What is good, Crypto Paradise fam? I'm Crypto Amaru. We got Crypto Hitman in the house. We have our guest today. His name's Tom. He is the founder and CEO of a new project called GPT-Wars. It's a gaming project with a bit of a twist. It's on the Ton network, which I'm pretty bullish about. But before we dig too deep into the project itself, Tom, why don't you just introduce yourself and tell us how you got in the crypto space?
Sure. Hey guys, pleasure to be here. My name is Tom. So I've been in the space for 5 years now. Started developing software for charities. Basically, we were making it easy for people to easily track their donations on the blockchain. And then I stayed on the board on that company, moved on to everything related to like Web3 gaming. Also in the middle, I took some time off, during the FTX crash. I think it was time to maybe see things from the outside. And yeah, I've been there ever since. And in April, we started with GPT-Wars. So really excited to be here.
Thanks, man. So yeah, tell us about GPT-Wars. What is it and what makes it unique?
Absolutely. So GPT-Wars is the first AAA game on Ton. That's kind of the way that we're portraying the game. I think it's really important to have the first mover advantage in some cases. In our case, I think that's kind of what we're doing. Ton has been getting a lot of attention lately, as you well pointed out. Just being able to tap into a potential user base of over like 950 million users, we think it's pretty interesting. And so, we are the first game there, game of quality. We're a PC game, and we also have a Telegram mini app. So, it's really exciting to be launching on this chain with such an amazing, incredible community.
So it sounds like the game itself is live and you guys are onboarding users, but the token is not yet live. Where are you guys at in the process of that, if I'm correct? Are you guys doing a pre-sale, a public round, fair launch? Give us some details on the token, as a lot of our community members and the people that we know in the crypto space are looking for tokens, whether it's utility tokens, speculation tokens, whatever it may be.
Absolutely. Yeah, we love tokens. So our token is going to be launching pretty soon, actually. We are mapping to launch probably late October, so October 28th. And if we're not able to meet that date, maybe it's going to be November, but it's going to definitely going to be in the next couple of months. In terms of where we're launching, well, I cannot really say the exchanges, but it's going to be like among top 5 exchanges or top 7. Yeah, we are also doing public sales in different platforms. For example, Ordify, Gamify, Carbon Launchpad. We're actually Carbon Launcher is actually our incubator as well. They have a browser, a crypto browser. And yeah, we're going to be announcing those pretty soon, in detail. But yeah, we're going to be doing sales.
Guys, you got some alpha here first, guys. That's what we love to hear. Sounds like, pre-sale. Obviously, we saw the pre-sale market dry up during the last 6 months of these bearish conditions. Memes got hot, so on and so forth. But I do think pre-sales are going to come back if it's a solid project and has good backers and good launch pads. And it sounds like you guys have pretty much all those things checked off. So pretty excited about that. It could be, I remember you mentioned Carbon, right? I remember last February, February 2023, that's when they launched. And we had the opportunity to get involved, but didn't, because we were like, oh, pre-sales are dead. And of course, they launched and did incredibly well. And so it's kind of a reminder, to me anyway, that timing is critical. If you can launch it at the beginning of the a new uptrend and sort of a hype's moment in time as it relates to pre-sales, you can do very well. So not financial advice. The timing thing is tough to actually predict and execute on, of course. But perhaps we'll be at the front wave of some new good pre-sales launching.
Hopefully, yeah. If I may add, actually, they did like 40x back then, which was crazy, amidst the bear market. And then yeah, I agree that Q1 was really good this year for pre-sales, and Q2 kind of like dried down a bit, and Q3 as well. But we really hope that Q4 is gonna be the start of a new trend. We got the upcoming elections in the US. So lots of things aligning for great things.
Yeah, that's something we talk about a lot here in Crypto Paradise. A lot of bullish catalysts are potentially all lining up. We already saw the rate cut and the ETFs. Next, we have the presidential election. We got 16 billion coming from FTX in Q4. We have the historical trends of this Q4 in 2025 potentially being bullish. So if these things keep lining up and playing out as they should, then we are looking for much bigger upside potential in the overall crypto market, which could benefit pre-sale tokens like your guys's as well. I pulled up your white paper here briefly. I was sharing the screen, and it talked about a little bit about the GPT-W token. That will be the ticker, guys, when it's out in public. And it looks like it's an access token. It can be used in your marketplace, but it's also like a utility token where a percentage of the earnings that the game makes, this AAA model makes, will be going back towards token holders. Is that kind of correct? Or is there any other utilities that you want to add on here?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So we are considered a utility token. So, it has all the traditional mechanics where, you get to get some ownership on the protocol. So every time we make money as a company, you'll get a portion of that. There are some details that are yet to be like defined in terms of like what we can do, what we cannot do, right? So that we're not considered a security for some regulators. But yeah, so when you hold our token, basically you get access to different perks within the game. So the game itself is a PC game. You can play with your friends as multiplayer. You basically need to fight rounds of robots. And yeah, so one of the perks of holding our token is that you can get special loot boxes or special drops, which means that you can open those drops and get a chance to potentially get an in-game asset in the form of an NFT that has some sort of value. You can also participate on our nodes program by staking the token. That's how you actually get ownership of the economy and get a portion of the profits. By the way, we're going to be doing a node sale pretty soon, so that's also, I think, worth mentioning. And also, I think one thing that is interesting for you guys to know is that we're not really like the traditional pay-to-earn game that you see, that you used to see in 2021. So we aim towards a much more sustainable economy model, which basically includes buybacks of the token. So every time we make money from microtransactions, selling skins, upgradable weapons, a lot of that money is going to go directly towards buybacks and burn. So we are seeing here a token that is deflationary. It's fixed supply, so we cannot emit any more tokens after TGE. So I think that was worth mentioning as well.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the biggest things we also always hammer. If you want your token price to go up or have a floor or want people to hold, you need mechanisms and incentives to do that. And one of the biggest ones is buy and burns. Ethereum does it. It's number 2 on market cap. BNB does it. It's like top 5 in market cap. It's something you need to do. If your company is making money, then you need to do buybacks and burns. Even traditional companies in the stock market do share buybacks all the time. It's core to the understanding of financial assets, or in crypto, because it has set inflation rates or it's deflationary versus the dirty fiat. So this is something that is good to see that you guys have planned.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think gaming can make a resurgence here. I know there's some big influencers still big on gaming, Elio Trades and Alex Becker, and I'm sure the list goes on. So we'll have to see if gaming makes a big comeback. But I think if it does, it's going to be in a slightly different format, different mechanics, different utilities. And it sounds like you guys have sort of adopted that mindset of, hey, we got to take this gaming ecosystems, gaming Web3 ecosystem forward, progress on it, and not just do the same old stuff we saw in the last cycle.
And we really just need to see that continuation of Web 2 gamers willing to try Web 3, because you were talking about being able to sell in-game assets, and don't sleep on that. There's skins for guns and Counter-Strike and Fortnite and some of these other things that sell for thousands of dollars, and that it has not found its way to crypto just yet. Web 2 gaming is a big money industry, whether it's gambling, whether it's in-game assets, whether it's tournaments. And for some reason, it just hasn't found a fit yet in Web 3. And I think the shoe should fit. Nobody's figured out how to make it happen. And maybe you guys will be the first.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we are doing everything we can to create a game that is, resembles Web 2 games. So the idea is for it not to be, discernible between, what is a Web 3 game and the Web 2 game. That's why we're focusing on launching on like most game venues, like for example Steam, Epic Games. That's used by most Web2 gamers nowadays. You can actually test the game right now on Hyperplay, but it's more of a Web3 launcher. Yeah, I pretty much agree. I think gaming in Web3 is gonna come back full force. The sentiment has to do more like with the current general status of the market, and not so much about gaming specifically, I think. And it's going to continue to be relevant for the upcoming years. Like, there's no doubt about it.
Well, we all know how it works. 100x, massive launch that everyone knows about and is getting hyped about, like the next Axie Infinity. One of those, all it takes is one, and then all of a sudden, gaming as a sector takes off massively, right? That's how crypto is. It's a copycat sort of industry. So we'll see. Maybe GPT-Wars leads the way there, or maybe you guys just ride the upcoming hype train on crypto gaming. But hopefully that does come back, because I agree with you guys. It does seem like a logical fit. Just got to work out some mechanics, build good games that people actually want to play, and I think the problem's solved.
Exactly.
Cool, man. So I don't want to keep you too much longer. We like to keep these relatively brief. We'll have you guys on maybe for spaces. We'd love to have you on the Friday Shill and Chill sessions as well. It'd be great to have you over there. But to wrap up this interview, we like to ask two questions. So first, tell us about a time you did super well in crypto and a time you got absolutely wrecked.
Oh God. Yeah. So when I started in crypto, so I started as an investor, right? I witnessed the 2020 and 2021 bull market. Basically, saw Bitcoin at like 10K, which is, it's not crazy for the OGs, but for me it was, right? So I witnessed it go to 69K. I lost a lot of money on like derivatives trading, futures trading. I thought I was a trader, and I wasn't. And I used too much leverage. Became a degen with NFTs as well. It was wild. And then yeah, I can say some recent investments haven't gone like extremely well. I wouldn't say the specific names because they're still ongoing, and yeah, it's on my best interest for them to do well. But definitely, high FDV tokens are at risk. That's something I must say. Tokens that launch with a really high FDV, they're not supported in this type of markets. That's why, by the way, we're launching with a really low FTV. We're launching at a 5 million FTV, which is super reasonable for a game this caliber, I think, and a company our size. More than 28 people working in this. There's actually real value in it. So, but yeah, I definitely did some really bad things. In terms of like some really good investments, to be honest, there's not much. I think the best ROI has always been on my work and on putting time on different things. And crypto's my thing. So definitely, I'm hedging my risk with traditional investments.
Well, at least you're honest, and it seems like you're more of a builder than you are an investor and a trader.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people can't accept that or admit to that. And it seems like you are in this case. So hopefully,
Yeah.
some of those investments that you don't want to name, the utility projects are making a comeback. They have large FTVs, is what it sounds like. Hopefully, at least that network can maybe help bolster up the building that you've done with with the GPT-Wars, and we can turn it into a positive.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah, it's all about the connections that you make at the end of the day, I think, and the lessons you've learned. So I think it's okay to have gotten wrecked a few times as long as you learned something along the way and found ways to improve. But I also like, by the way, that you sort of figured out that, hey, if you launch a super high FTV, everyone gets wrecked. So you got to launch low, reasonable, investor friendly. People like that. That's going to resonate with people anyway, and it's going to provide, hopefully, that opportunity for a nice looking chart. You know what I mean? That's going to be key here. So, good stuff, man. One final question for you.
Okay.
So, in Crypto Paradise, we're all about financial freedom. Our tagline is "See you on the beach," all that fun stuff. So, what does Crypto Paradise mean to you?
Well, Crypto Paradise. When I think about crypto on the beach, it's definitely interesting. But yeah, so crypto paradise and freedom. So I think, you know, one of the main reasons I got into blockchain, of course, you know, there are opportunities everywhere. You know, if you do great things, no matter where you come from. So I'm from Argentina, for example. You know, you can be from any part of the world, and if you do a great job, you're smart, and you know, you actually do something of value, you're gonna get rewarded, right? So I like that about crypto. I like blockchain. You know, what it means, right? Censorship resistance, you know, decentralization, ownership, you know, that's freedom, right? We don't want to hold our assets on banks or, you know, custodied by other people. We want, you know, we want it to be custodied by us, right? So I think that's what freedom means. And, you know, we're definitely getting there with blockchain technology in general.
Yeah, I really like that answer. I think that's the reason we're all here, really, is to control our own destiny in a sense, right? Control our own financial future, and blockchain allows for that. The other thing that blockchain allows for, and that's very cool, and I think you touched on it, is that it's extremely global. You know, you can be from anywhere in the world, Argentina, you know, Mexico, you know, US, doesn't matter. There's an opportunity for you as long as you work hard and you deliver value, right? That's the key.
Yeah.
That's the key performance metric. It's not, you know, which school you went to or, you know, who your parents were. None of that shit matters. It's just, hey, can you deliver value to other people, and then you'll be rewarded.
Yeah, absolutely right. And yeah, we're doing our best to deliver to our community and our investors. So yeah, we hopefully can deliver something that you guys are gonna like.
Yeah, it was exciting to hear about GPT-Wars for the first time today. It's exciting to see that the token is coming soon, so we'll have to get an update to our community about what the pre-sale options are and what the launch strategy is. And then, of course, we hope to hear from you soon and get you on more of these videos as more progress and news happens.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. And thanks for the invite.
Thank you so much, Tom. And until next time, guys, we will see you on the beach.